What's up guys, welcome back to another Star Wars The Old Republic video. My name's TheSkyWookie, and today I'm going to be showing you several very effective methods to quickly complete your weekly conquest. So without further ado, let's get straight into the video. Alright, so you guys may be wondering, what is Conquest? Well, Conquest is a weekly event that will rotate between different types. As you can see, it says Flashpoint Havoc right now is Deathmark, and during Deathmark we have the Bounty Hunter event. And basically, the event, it's a system where the events, such as Rakul event on all three planets that it takes place on, the Gree event, etc., they can rotate, and basically to complete Conquest you do little objectives, and through these objectives you can earn credits. As you can see here, 10,000 credits, complete Mandalorian Raiders, and then you also get command points, and then each of these objectives gives points towards towards your personal conquest. And then also, if you are in a guild and they are currently invading another planet, I'll get to that in a second, then that will add points to their conquest. Now, once you complete your weekly conquest, your personal conquest, you will receive these awards. So, gathering lockbox, this includes 3 gathering decorations that you can put in your Stronghold. I usually don't use them, they're just easy prestige, most people don't use them. 25,000 credit certificate, 2 superior resource matrices. I usually hoard them and then sell them in bulk, because I'm not a crafter personally. And then scrap, like Jawa scrap and whatnot. And then for the weekly or guild conquest, basically your guild has a choice between 3 main invasions that they can do, and there is a top 10 board. And each week when when the conquest ends and your guild, if it's on top of the leaderboard with the most points for that specific planet, you will receive a legacy achievement for conquering that planet. Now, once again, your guild does have to conquer the actual planet, but in the guild you can also receive more awards. So for the small yield, this is the easiest for the guilds to complete. Only 550,000 points are required per conquest for any of the planets that it is, and you get a 50,000 credit certificate, 2 superior resource matrices, 10 Jawa junk, which is pretty good, it's alright, a small satchel of crafting materials, and a reinforcement component with the choice, as well as with the choice of one of 3 different types of flagship plans, which are used to buy, as the name states, flagship area sections. For the medium conquest, the medium yield, you can get 2 credit certificates, 3 resource matrices, 15 Jawa junk, a medium crafting material bag, another reinforcement component. This is for making reinforcement modules. I haven't really learned too much about that yet. And then you also can choose, once again, you can choose your one of 3 flagship plans, as well as you could choose a small box of grade 10 augment components. Now, this is usually what you're going to want to choose, unless you are in a guild that is trying to progress and actually grow a bit, like get a full flagship. But this will contain usually void matter catalyst, several void matter catalysts, I believe refined isotope stabilizers, and the best part about it is it will contain, I believe the small box will contain up to 3 charged matter train substanators, which I've already done a video on those. You can make a lot of money with them. Now for the large yield, this requires the most points. You need, I think it's, I don't actually, for the small yield, sorry, you only need 170,000 points. For the medium yield, you need 550,000 points, and then for the large yield, you need 1,130,000 points. So this is for the really big guilds, the ones that want to tackle, like the ones that want to conquer, you know, full planets. And as you can see, you have like some big notable guilds. If you're on the Darth Malgus server, you'll recognize most of these names. But here, this is most definitely the best reward. Higher, you know, it takes a lot of work, but it's worth it in the end. You get 3 50,000 credit certificates, so that's 150k right there. 4 resource matrices, 20 Jawa junk, a large satchel of crafting materials. Usually I just sell these once I open it, and then sell the materials. A reinforcement component, and then you can choose between the flagship plans once again, or a large box of augment components. Once again, you get the same rewards, but with a possibility of a higher number. The most transmatter substanators I've gotten, or charge matter substanators I've gotten from a large box was 4. Now, obviously, it is kind of rare. I have opened 3 large boxes in a row, like 3 different characters, and only gotten 1 out of each, and that was a big rip because that was a week, like, basically wasted. But in you know, there's a decent chance, and then you can also earn commendations and credits. Now let's get to something else. If you are on a new character, or you have never completed Conquest before, you can come over to the priority mission terminal on your fleet, either Imperial or Republic, it doesn't really matter, and then you will see this Galactic Activity mission, Introduction to Conquest. Accept that mission, and as you can see, all you have to do is just complete your personal conquest, and you'll receive major fleet requisition, 6,250 fleet rec, major ship requisition, 4,000, adds 4,000 requisition to each of their galactic starfighters. Most people don't play that anymore. And then 50 unassembled components. This is just used to actually give a grand chance queue, but then it got kind of broken because people were just making, from what I heard, people were just making new characters, completing the conquest, and then deleting the character after opening it, and then they were just selling the reward, I believe. So it didn't work out too well, so they did remove that. Now we can get on to how to complete the conquest quickly. Alright guys, so if you look here, it says I have a 50% stronghold bonus. Now this means that the number of points I earn is boosted by 50%, and that is because I have 2 fully unlocked and open strongholds. It used to be that you had to completely decorate them 100%, although you do not have to do that anymore, I believe. I'm pretty sure it's just you need to have all the expansions, and that will stack up to 250%. Each stronghold that you 100% like open, all the rooms, is plus 25%, so that is very, very helpful. On to the next way. Alright guys, so another method of easily earning conquest points is through PvP. If you look down here at the bottom of if you sort by points actually, at the bottom of the objectives you will find infinitely repeatable objectives, and most of these are PvP. So first off, we have the killing fields. You can earn 300 points, or I can earn 300 points per Warzone match, ranked or unranked, completed. Same thing goes for Galactic Starfighter. Every single match I complete is 300 points. Warzone medalists, I already obtained this for this match because I have 10 medals, and all you need to do is get 8 medals per match. I believe there's a base of 400 points for this, though my stronghold bonus has increased this to almost 500. And then we have ranked Warzone matches. You can earn this on top, infinitely repeatable, once again, on top of the killing fields. So that's like 800 per ranked match you complete, and not even including the 8 medals, if you can earn 8 medals. So that's very nice. And then sometimes there will be a daily repeatable mission, or a daily repeatable objective, where you will earn something like 600 points if you win one match in PvP. Unfortunately, that is character locked, so if you complete it on one character, you will have to wait until the next day to do it on another character, or the same character, depends on if you're grinding several characters at a time. So on to the next method. Alright guys, so another easy way to earn yourself a lot of conquest points is through the Galactic Rampage objectives. These are or not just the Galactic Rampage, but as you can see, Rampage, Nar Shaddaa Rampage, and all that was I just had to kill 50 non-player opponents on Nar Shaddaa. Tatooine Rampage is pretty simple as well. That's 50 non-player opponents on Tatooine, and then there's Galactic Rampage, which is 100 non-player opponents, and they can be anywhere. Now, since these are all legacy-wide conquest objectives, you can get half of the kills on one character and then the other half of the kills on the other. And then, as you could also see, I just completed Nar Shaddaa heroic missions. This objective is not always like guaranteed to show up in the objectives. Sometimes it will, sometimes it won't. It really depends on what the specific conquest event is and what planets are going to be involved. So usually if it's a daily area, it'll usually be a once a week a non-repeatable mission, and you'll just have to complete the full weekly, and then you'll get like 4,000 points or something, but only once. Although if it's 3 planets and they're like shared planets, then usually it'll be a daily repeatable mission, so that's 680 points. All you have to do is just complete any heroic mission on Nar Shaddaa. So once again, these are very easy, and right now, as you can see, we are at 14,300 points. So we're almost there, and let's get on to the last and probably easiest of all of these methods. Alright guys, so probably the easiest, this is the last and most likely the easiest objective to complete for Conquest, would have to be shared by the Activity Finder Conquest objectives. So Activity Finder Socialite, there are 3 stages to this. It's very easy. That's why it's on the list, and also the number of points you get, because there are 3 different stages of it. The number of points goes up, so 600, 900, 1400, like the Galactic Rampage. And for this one, all you have to do is just complete pretty much any Activity Finder activity. So war zones, operations, uprisings, everything in the Activity Finder for like groups and stuff. And then for Activity Finder, Flashpoint, and Uprising, same thing applies, except it's only Flashpoint and Uprising. And you can complete this infinite times. It is, obvious, there's no different stages, so you'll get the same amount of points each time. But because it is a Flashpoint or an Uprising, you will also be able to you'll be killing a lot of enemies. So you'll be able to, I can't talk. You will be able to complete Galactic Rampage very easily. In one Flashpoint, I've been able to complete all the way up to almost to stage 3. So for Galactic Rampage Part 1, it is 100 opponents. Then you have to kill 150 opponents, and then it goes all the way up to like 250. And I've gotten to like 200 out of the 250, and they don't stack. So every time you go up a part, so like you complete this, it resets it for Part 2. So you have to earn. So you start at 0 kills, and you have to go all the way up to 150, and same thing for Part 3. So it was pretty grindy, but I was 50 kills away from finishing Part 3. So I'm in one Flashpoint. So that's just how good it is. As you can see, I'm very close to finishing my weekly Conquest. So I mean, these, in my opinion, are probably the easiest ways to complete Conquest each week. Individual character, like if you have a bunch of characters that you're trying to do and all, for materials and whatnot. I have been using these methods for several months now. I think, let's take a look. And so I currently am missing only 3 different Conquest events. I repeated most of these events like at least twice. So that's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's like 20 different Conquest events. So that's 20 weeks I've been using these methods on multiple characters So that's basically, I've essentially completed Conquest. Usually I do Conquest on a minimum of 2 characters, so that's like 40 times I've completed Conquest, like roughly. I don't know the exact number. So I mean, these methods definitely work. Obviously, if you're a subscriber, you'll be able to do operations and whatnot, but these are just easy ways for free-to-play players to be able to, you know, make a living, I guess, or, you know, make their way in a cruel world. Anyways, sorry if this, if like my voice or anything was bad in this video. I do have strep throat right now. I don't know why I decided to make this video, but you know, I did because I've been lacking content recently. Comment down below if you found this video helpful. Feel free to also, you know, give tips and pointers and whatnot on how to make the videos better. You know, I should probably start making scripts, because usually I don't have a script and I just think of everything to say, and that results in bad video. Once again, thanks so much for watching, guys.